presence was quiet, almost unassuming, and yet there was an unmistakable aura of confidence about her. As the music began, she closed her eyes, letting the melody guide her, and the room seemed to hold its breath. From the very first note, her voice carried a warmth and clarity that immediately drew everyone in. It wasn't just singing, it was storytelling through sound, a way of connecting hearts in the simplest, most profound way. The judges, who had seen countless performers, were instantly attentive, leaning forward slightly, their eyes fixed on her, trying to catch every nuance of her performance. As the song built, she moved effortlessly through the verses, each note perfectly placed, each word imbued with emotion. Her control was remarkable, her tone pure, and her timing flawless. The judges' faces, initially reserved, began to reflect surprise and admiration. There was that subtle widening of the eyes, a slight raising of eyebrows, as if they were realizing they were witnessing something extraordinary. The audience was equally captivated, some whispering to their neighbors, others simply staring, completely absorbed. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for, the high note. She hit it with such precision, power, and emotion that the room seemed to pause. The note hung in the air, resonating in a way that made hearts skip a beat. The judges' reactions were instantaneous and telling, their expressions shifted from concentration to sheer amazement. Some covered their mouths in disbelief, others' eyes glistened with admiration. Even the audience erupted in spontaneous applause, unable to contain their excitement and awe. The singer, unfazed by the intensity of the moment, maintained her poise, allowing the note to fade naturally into the next part of the song. The seamless transition demonstrated not only her technical skill but also her deep understanding of musical phrasing and performance. Throughout the rest of the piece, she continued to impress, navigating complex vocal runs with ease and maintaining a connection with the audience that seemed almost tangible. Every note felt intentional, every pause meaningful. By the time the song concluded, there was a moment of silence, a collective breath held, before the theater erupted into thunderous applause and cheers. The judges, still recovering from the high note, exchanged looks of genuine astonishment, nodding appreciatively and offering spontaneous remarks about her talent. It was clear that she had made a lasting impression, one that would be remembered by both the audience and the judges for a long time. This performance wasn't just about hitting a high note, it was about the emotion, precision, and artistry that accompanied it. From the very first moment she walked on stage to the final note that resonated throughout the hall, she captivated everyone present. The judges' faces, from surprise to awe to admiration, told the story of her impact more vividly than words ever could. She had not only impressed but also inspired, leaving everyone in the room knowing they had witnessed a truly remarkable performance. Her talent, dedication, and stage presence combined to create a magical moment, one that would be replayed in discussions and memories long after the show ended. By the time she exited the stage, the audience's applause and the judges' astonished expressions confirmed what everyone already knew. This was a performance that would be talked about for years to come. The tension in the studio was palpable as she returned for the next round of Britain's Got Talent. The judges were already buzzing with anticipation, recalling the unforgettable high note from her previous performance. The audience, too, was on edge, eager to see if she could replicate the magic or perhaps even surpass it. She walked onto the stage with quiet confidence, her gaze steady and her posture composed. There was a calmness about her, a sense that she knew exactly what she wanted to convey through her voice. As the music began, she let the melody envelop her, closing her eyes for a brief moment, drawing the energy of the room into herself. The first notes came out smooth and controlled, each one perfectly pitched, carrying both power and delicacy. The judges immediately leaned in, their expressions a mix of curiosity and excitement, ready for the moment that had made her previous performance unforgettable. She moved through the verses with an effortless grace, transitioning. The excitement in the studio was electric as she returned for episodes 5 and 6 of Britain's Got Talent. After her previous performances, expectations were higher than ever. The judges whispered among themselves, exchanging glances that reflected both curiosity and a hint of apprehension, wondering if she could surpass her earlier, unforgettable high note. The audience buzzed with anticipation, some clapping in advance, others leaning forward, eager to witness the next chapter of her journey. She walked onto the stage with a quiet confidence, carrying herself with poise and an air of calm determination. Her eyes scanned the audience briefly before settling, and then she took a deep breath as the opening notes began. Her voice came through immediately, clear, controlled, and filled with emotion. Every note she sang felt intentional, each phrasing crafted to pull at the hearts of everyone watching. From the very beginning, it was clear she was in command of the stage, commanding attention without a single exaggerated gesture. The judges leaned forward, their faces a mixture of awe and anticipation, already bracing themselves for what was coming. She navigated the song with ease, moving from gentle, tender moments to rich, resonant passages that filled the studio. Her tone was flawless, and her emotional delivery made each word carry weight. The audience was silent, caught up in the spell of her performance, with only the occasional soft gasp punctuating the music. Then came the high note. The moment approached almost imperceptibly, a subtle buildup that kept everyone on the edge of their seats. When she released it, the effect was instantaneous. The note soared, pure and powerful, perfectly controlled, resonating throughout the hall with a strength and clarity that left everyone breathless. The judges' faces were priceless. Mouths agape, eyes wide in disbelief, some leaning forward as if trying to fully absorb the sound. There was an almost tangible energy in the room, a mix of shock, admiration, and exhilaration. The audience erupted, clapping and cheering, some on their feet, unable to contain their excitement. She held the note with perfect control, letting it linger before transitioning smoothly back into the song without a hint of strain. Every movement, every sound, was deliberate and mesmerizing. The remainder of her performance was equally captivating. She handled intricate vocal runs with precision, maintaining the emotional intensity that had become her trademark. Her connection with the audience remained strong, each note drawing them deeper into the story she was telling. The judges continued to watch in astonishment, exchanging glances that spoke volumes. They whispered praises to one another, their faces reflecting a mix of respect, amazement, and joy at witnessing such talent. As the song built toward its final moments, she elevated the energy even further, blending power and subtlety in a way that felt effortless. The final notes faded slowly, and for a moment, the room was silent, as if holding its collective breath. Then the applause broke out, deafening and sustained, filling the studio with cheers of admiration. The judges stood, clapping and smiling, each expressing how blown away they were by her control, emotion, and artistry. Their feedback emphasized not just her technical mastery, but the depth and authenticity she brought to the stage. As she exited, the audience continued to cheer, the sound echoing long after she had gone, confirming the lasting impact of her performance. Episodes 5 and 6 cemented her reputation as a performer of extraordinary skill and presence. Her ability to combine technical precision with raw emotional expression left an indelible mark on everyone present. The judges' faces throughout these episodes told the story: astonishment, admiration, and genuine respect, capturing the magic of a performer who had once again elevated the standard of Britain's Got Talent.